welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm like, today I've honestly just been over the moon. The support that I've been getting on my TikTok page and YouTube channel is crazy. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been supporting me. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is freshers advice. So advice for first years, right? Let's get into it. I have a list of 10 things I'm going to speak to you guys about. I'm going to try to make this video short just because like no one wants to watch a really long video. But yeah, I'm Tafadzo Mdomba. I don't know if I've said that before, and I'm in my second year of university this year at the University of Cape Town, which I'm really excited about. So like I'm going to give you guys advice that I maybe should have heard last year. So yeah, let's get started. So the very first thing that we're going to discuss is orientation. Okay, sorry, let me just find, there's a lot going on. So the very first thing we're going to discuss is orientation. So what exactly is orientation? I also didn't know what orientation was before, like whatever. So essentially orientation is when like first years come back, when you guys like go to school, not come back, you guys haven't gone to school yet, go to school, and it's just like a week or 2 weeks, and then like you have like either second years or third years that like take you through the orientation process, and basically you get to like meet people that will be in your class or like in your degree. You guys go around, they show you guys campus, basically like, oh yeah, the dean will speak to you, the vice chancellor will speak to you, just like a formal introduction into university, just so that you guys have some sort of direction, because once school starts, you see when the train leaves and doesn't stop, yeah, that's university. So be prepared for that. Enjoy orientation. Biggest advice for orientation is make friends. No matter how shy you are, make friends with people that are going to be in your class, in your classes and in your courses, because like the friends like that I made during orientation are the friends that I have now. And also try not to like just make friends with like 2 people and then only speak to those 2 people. Like speak to everyone, and even if you're not going to be friends with everyone, that's perfectly fine. Like speak to everyone, introduce yourself to people, let them know your name, let them know that you exist, because when you like need help, those are the people you're going to call. And yeah, so essentially that's what orientation is. It's not too scary. I know it like seems very scary, especially the first day of orientation. You get there, you don't know anyone, and you're just standing there. You're like, I sharp. If you're going to university with people that you went to high school with, so like some of your friends, biggest suggestion is, I'm not saying like don't speak to your friends during orientation, but like I would suggest that you guys make other friends, because it's better to make friends during orientation when everyone is trying to make friends than to like now want to make friends 2 months into the semester when everyone already has concrete friendship groups. Now it's like, knock knock, can I come join you guys? Knock knock. So yeah, like make friends during that time, because everyone's trying to make friends. But yeah, enjoy orientation, honestly. I don't know if this is like a recurring thing, but like my orientation was usually less than a week because it got interrupted by student protest. I'll get into that actually. Let me make that my second point. So essentially student protest, or the SRC, which is the Students Representatives Council. I know like it's a common thing in South Africa. I'm sure you guys have heard of like fees must fall and so on and so forth. And there's usually protests at the beginning of the year. Sorry, I just got an email. Old school. There's usually protests at the beginning of the year because they have like what is known as fee blocks. So like at UCT, if you haven't paid more than 10,000 Rand, I think it is, from your previous year, you can't register for your following year. And like yeah, it's basically, it's not that deep. Our orientation got cut off because of that, because there were protests and so on and so forth. But yeah, just like a heads up, so that like when that starts happening, you guys aren't confused and you're like, I want to go home. The second thing is that failure is okay. This is what my dean and vice chancellor, and it was just the dean, spoke to us about. Essentially what she said was, when you get to university, especially UCT, because like the standard there is really high, like being the top university in the country and the continent, like standard is really high. The people that are there all like really smart. Imposter syndrome was a thing, I'm not gonna lie. I got there and I was like, yo, like I just be talking to people in my class and I'm like, these people are smart, like what am I doing here? Like it honestly does not matter how smart you were in high school. you will always feel like you're not good enough for some reason, or maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just a me thing. But yeah, like you get there, it does not take like long for everyone to realize that like, yeah, ne, we're all starting from the bottom. We're all starting from the bottom. Even if you got to uni with like 7 distinctions, university will really humble you. Like you will be going to people to ask for help. Which is why I say failure is okay. My first test, yeah, I did really badly in it. It was a maths test, and like I was very shocked because I was like, maths like was one of my top marks in high school. I'm like, what's going on? I should be doing well in the subject. It took me a while to recover, like a whole week. Hugo was just in bed, Debbie Downering, doing the most, which you cannot do in university. Get used to failing. It's fine. Even if you fail a module, it's fine. Even if you fail, like don't, like I'm not saying, fail, okay, it's fine, because failure is okay. I'm saying don't beat yourself up over like small things like failure, because there's bigger things in life, and there's yeah, so you'll be fine. Even if like your first test is completely like what it just taught you, like instead of being like, okay, cool, I failed, think of like what it taught you. Because the common theme amongst us is like we all did badly in that test, but the common thing was that we underestimated the workload, which was first of all. So like when it was time to actually study, like even if you studied like the whole weekend for the test, or like 3 days for the test, you realized, okay, cool, I only got through a quarter of the content because there's a lot of stuff to get through. So yeah, trial and error, learn, you'll be fine. The third thing is accommodation. So there's 2 types of accommodation. On-campus accommodation. I speak more about this. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. On-campus accommodation and off-campus accommodation. So like on-campus accommodation will be offered to you by the university. You have to apply like while you're doing your application. So you guys already know by now if like you living on campus or off campus. I don't live on campus, so I can't really like say anything about it. I don't know. I chose off campus accommodation. So yeah, with off campus accommodation, there's like you can have like your own single apartment, or you can have like a sharing type thing. Honestly, just look into it. It also depends on where you're studying. Like in Cape Town, rentals are really high. So yeah, just like look into it, see what your vibe is. I really enjoyed living off campus accommodation. Yeah, I really just like I have my own apartment with 2 housemates. I'm the third housemate. And like I really liked that whole little setup thing. First year I'd recommend living with people. I thought, nah, I'd be fine, wada. But then I realized that like, no man, you want people to talk to. You don't want to just wake up every day, go to school, and like you only speak to people at school, come back home, and like, you know, like you want to have a sense of like community at home. So first year I definitely suggest living with people. I'm not a very big person for roommates, but like housemates 100%. Roommates, I just like having my own room in my own space. Third thing is time management. You guys are grown now. Respectfully, you guys are grown. If you don't know how to manage your time by now, let it not take you 2 weeks into the semester to figure that out, because that is going to be the reason why like you don't do well in first semester. Figure it out. Figure out your schedule. Obviously, you guys don't know like the uni schedule, and like you don't know how it works, and you're still trying to, you know, But like the quicker that you set a routine for yourself, the easier university is going to be for you. The fourth point is money. We all like money. Well, I like money. Fourth point is money. So with regards to money, obviously like we're adults now, and like, you know, you have to take care of yourself and make sure that you live, and so on and so forth. So like either you get an allowance from, I don't know, if you have a bursary, or if your parents like give you money or whatever. But the biggest thing with money is like just learning how to budget. I think maybe I can't even say maybe I'll make a separate video on budgeting, because right now, like I'm getting better at it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting better at budgeting, but like it's still a bit shaky on the side, which is fine. It's a process. But yeah, money, just like be conscious of the fact that, especially, okay, very important, if you're living off campus, you're going to be responsible. Like on campus, you guys have the cafeteria, and they give you like those food voucher situations. So like, you know, you don't have to worry. If you're living off campus, groceries are expensive. Groceries are expensive. So yeah, like take that into consideration, like when like you're planning your monthly budgets and whatever. What I used to do is like I'd buy groceries at the beginning of the month, and then like have those last minute. But obviously they don't last you. And you have to buy things here and there and whatever. But like what I started doing recently, because I saw this girl on TikTok doing it, and I was like, let me try it, and it's been working for me, which is buying groceries weekly. Just because like you also realize that, or for me, like I don't like cooking, so I also realize how little I actually eat in a week, which is perfectly fine. And like the next week, like when I go buy, like I'll buy like it'll be like a whole fill-in session, not like you're buying a whole lot of groceries and then like you decide, okay, cool, I actually don't want to eat what I bought at the beginning of the month. Like you can always choose what you want to eat. And also like why I like buying weekly groceries is because I can decide whether or not I want to have like save my money for takeouts and like ordering food. So like instead of buying groceries like beginning like of the week, I'll be like, no, this week I don't feel like cooking. So instead of going to the groceries and spending my money on so instead of going to the store spending my money on groceries, I'll keep it. And I think I say a lot. It's fine, you guys will get used to it. Now I'm going to be self-conscious every time I say it. I don't know why I said that out loud. It's one of those thoughts that you should just keep in your head and not say out loud. I can't remember what I was saying, but like let's just move on, because so the fifth thing is friends and mental health. Guys, you guys are in first year. Chances are like you're not going to have friends. Making friends is very important. Don't underestimate making friends, but also the type of friends that you make is very important. You're going to be with people from all different kinds of backgrounds. So like, yeah, choose your friends wisely, like as the saying goes. Yeah, like have friends, which is like the number one thing, because university, if you try to get that degree on your own, it is going to take you a whole 10 years. You need to have people actually, which is what I realized. Like you need to have people, even if you're like, you're not going to have friends like that you live with, have friends at school. Make sure that you have some sort of like contact, because also you want to have friends, so on the weekend you guys can maybe go out to the restaurant, or like if you live in Cape Town or Durban, I don't know, go to the beach or whatever. You don't want to be lonely, because everyone's going to be out there having fun with their friends. And like on campus, there's nothing worse than like coming onto campus, attending your lecture and leaving straight after because you have no one to talk to on campus. Like that's not the university experience. The university experience is like after your lectures, which end at like 2 or maybe 12 in the afternoon, you guys just chill on campus. You're chilling with your friends. That doesn't last very long, I'm not gonna lie to you. That whole chilling life thing. But like when I say chill with your friends, I guess what we used to do, or not used to, what we do. Well, I mean, what I did in first year with my friends is like school, like if our last lecture was at 12 p.m, for example, I don't know, maybe take like an hour and a half just to chill and speak to each other. And then after that, we'll go to like a place and then we can work together. Not like the library, but like a place where like talking is allowed, but it's also a working space. Just so that like you have that accountability. As you're working with your friends, and it's vibes. Friends are important, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Friends are important. Make sure you choose your friends wisely, but also make sure that you're also a good friend. Don't be here on some, I want to have good friends until you're the bad influence. Make sure that you're also a good friend. Make sure that like you set a standard for the people in your life, which is like something important. And like it'll save you like a lot of heartbreak in the future. Just like set a standard for yourself. And then we have going out, which is the 6th point. So with regards to going out and having fun and living that university life, 100%, go out, have fun, enjoy yourself, go on like dates with your friends, go on like picnics, go on road trips, do everything that you want to do. Just keep in mind that at the end of the day, after that road trip, when you come back home, you guys still have academics waiting for you. And don't be one of those people, respectfully, that like go out every weekend, especially if your course is academically challenging. Because if you do, like your academics are gonna start declining day by academics, and it's gonna decline very quickly. And in university, like once one thing falls off, the rest, domino effect, the rest of the semester is just going to be like you running, constantly running. So yeah, 100% go out, look at, maybe I'll make a separate video about this, but safety, like with regards to going out and safety, because you know you do live in South Africa and whatever. But yeah, definitely have fun, enjoy your university experience, but also have fun, like have fun responsibly. Don't be irresponsible. Remember that you still have a future ahead of you, like after that. And you know, the people that you're going out with, like you guys might be having fun together now, but then like when they get back home, they sit down and they open their books and they study, and you think, no, we're all in this together. Exam time comes and you see, no, it was just me. It was just me. So yeah, the 7th point is go to all of your lectures. Listen to me. Are you guys listening to me? Go to all of your lectures. Hi. Don't ditch lectures. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't even think about it. Don't entertain the thoughts. Don't do it. You guys will also have compulsory lectures. So like for my like some modules, they'll be like, okay, cool, this module you have to have an attendance of 80%. So like if there's 10 lectures that semester, you have to attend 8 of them to be able to write your exam. So yeah, attend your lectures. The whole I'm gonna watch the lecture videos, because like they give you lecture recordings and whatever. I'm gonna watch the recordings. That's not gonna happen. Also, like the reason why I say attend your lectures is just so that like you can become an interactive person within the class that like people know, and it will really help you. It will save you a lot. Like if people know you and like you're reliable and people can come to you for help, trust like the one time that you need help, you can ask anyone in your class and they will have you back 100%. But if you're a ghost, you know those people that like will be chilling, and at the end of semester we'll start seeing them like, you guys are in this class. Don't be that person. Don't be that person, because then it's awkward. Like we all know each other and then like you're there and we're all like, who are you? Don't do that. Don't do that. Then the 9th point would be textbooks. So I got a question being like, should we buy textbooks? Wait until orientation is over, and then like you guys will start getting information and they'll be like, hey, buy this textbook, this. There will be like an online copy of that textbook, but personally I prefer like hard copies. But listen to me, do not go to CNA and do not go to like the school shop, like the campus shop, and do not go online and buy brand new textbooks. It is useless, because this textbook that you're using, chances are you're only going to be using it for like 4 months, and it's only 1 semester, and like the books are expensive. Like your book will be like 1.5k. Imagine spending 1,500 on a book that you're only going to use for 4 months. Times not just 1 book, it'll be like 3 books, which is a waste of money. And like every semester, like it's just don't do that. There'll be people on campus selling secondhand textbooks. And the secondhand, I know like some people are like, secondhand sis, man, I don't like that. But like the secondhand textbooks are like really good. They're in good condition. So if you do want, but if you like prefer writing your notes like on your computer, on your iPad, whatever the situation is, and you prefer soft copies, that's perfectly fine too. This is just for the people that want hard copies and like they don't know how to go about it. Don't worry, during orientation you guys can ask about this, and your people that are responsible, like your mentors and all of that stuff, who will tell you guys about everything you need to know. Oh, the 10th one, which is the most dreaded and the thing I hate the most, is group work. University guys, I thought people were joking when they said there's a lot of group work. Like every semester we'll get there and like a new module, and the thing will be like, okay, cool, so like your big project for this semester is a group project, and it's this. Honestly, group work is what you make it. If you're always dreading it and you guys are procrastinating as a group, and like when you guys are working, you guys are not gelling properly, obviously you're not gonna have a great time. Pick people that you can tell are that you will work well with. Obviously, like there'll be people that you don't know, what, and then like, you know, but yeah, try and make the most out of it. Don't be that person, please, if you're watching this video, don't be that person that doesn't do their part of the group work. Don't be that person that always does the thing late, doesn't respond to messages on the group. Number 1 tip is be proactive about it, because like I've noticed like everyone just wants to and like, you know, wait for someone to say something. Be that person that like creates a group. Be that person that creates a schedule. Be that person that sends a thing and be like, okay, cool, on this day we're gonna meet from this time to this time. Because like most of the time it's not that like people don't want to, it's just that people like people are just unproactive about it. It's not like, okay, cool, they were bad group members and they had low work ethic. It's just, you just need someone to be proactive. Be that person. Don't wait for someone else to do it. Be that person. Yeah, and like if you have someone in your group that's not doing the work and whatever, this is a mindset tip. I know people always like, no, what, it's like I'll go to lecture and what. What I do is if I have someone like that in my group, I think of it as a blessing from the Lord above, because that means that I can do everything myself and they can just get the credit for it, which is perfectly fine. Like, honestly, why are you guys so pressed about people getting, I don't know, maybe it's just my thing. I'm like, okay, cool, they don't want to do the work, it's perfectly fine, I'll do it, hand in the project, lecture or mark it, put our marks in, and life will move on. Life will be nga. Obviously, like, you don't want people to take advantage of you. But yeah, that's just me. Like, I don't get, like, I'm not too vexed when people aren't putting in effort. And like, if you split up the work into like different sections and you can see that your person's not doing it and it's the day before, now don't be stupid and be like, no, I'll see tomorrow morning when the project is due. You message them at 8 a.m. and it's due at 12 in the afternoon. Don't do that. If you can already see that like it's going downhill, take it upon yourself, do it yourself. You won't die. I mean, it is just a bit annoying, but like, you're at university to get good marks, and like, you guys want to be getting amazing grades, so don't stress too much about the little things. And honestly, if you make things big things, they become big things. Not everything needs to be a big deal. Not everything needs to be a big deal. But you have a positive outlook towards group work. Think of it as an opportunity to like get to know people, get to know how other people think, get to know like how other people do things. Because like if you're doing group projects together, if they're like, hey, cool, submit like a document written this way, like someone will be like, oh my gosh, I use this app which is really good, something like this, like you can learn from people. But if you go in with the mentality that like, there's always friction, it's not gonna be nice. But anyways, that's the video. It's a lot longer than I was hoping it would be, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys found it useful, and I'll see you in the next couple of ones. I'll make a budgeting one and then I'll also make a, what was the second thing I said I was going to do? Budgeting. I said I was going to make one about accommodation. This is specifically for people going to Cape Town. So like I'll give you guys accommodations and like my ratings on them and like what I think of places and so on and so forth. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.